School Spirit Season 2 has ended. Let's get right into it.
Maybe Janet's just the beginning.
School Spirits Season 2 follows the events of the season finale of Season 1. Now, those of you that are coming to this review to check it out to see if you want to tune into the show, here's just a quick rundown synopsis of the show. So, Maddie is a teen girl played by Peyton List who ends up in the afterlife and due to an event, and she ends up investigating her own mysterious disappearance. She goes on a crime-solving journey with her friend who can also see her, but the closer she gets to the truth, she finds out more secrets and lies and ends up discovering certain things about this world or whatever. So you've kind of got a lot of stuff going on because you've got a lot of that teeny bopper stuff, but not in your traditional sense, so don't expect like a Riverdale. This feels more in vein with like a, you know, kind of like a 13 Reasons Why type of feel. Not for the goofy reasons, but like, you know, soundtrack's always on point. Kind of like Life is Strange if you ever played those games. Once again, without all the goofy stuff. But like the music, kind of the set design, some of the characters, the world building, stuff like that. And you pretty much have this overarching thing of the main character being dead. But at the end of the Season 1 finale, this is light spoilers for those of you that haven't seen Season 1. We find out that Maddie actually isn't technically dead. Another spirit, going by the form of Janet, who's been dead for a long time, is unable to pass over, goes to the afterlife, like, you know, heaven or hell, whatever. And she decides that, in a fit of rage, that she is going to possess Maddie's body. And this whole time, she's been running around as Maddie, doing things as Maddie, trying to get away, whatever. And Maddie didn't know this, and she just thought she was dead. They didn't know where her body was at, but like I said, now we know. And so this whole season kind of just follows that plot point. You know, you've got characters in limbo. I feel like certain characters are kind of weaker this season than others. I feel like the ghost characters, they kind of find them all something to do because they introduce a new thing called the Scars. And what that is because most of these people, actually all of these people, the reason why they're stuck at the school is because they have been killed at the school or died at the school. And for example, what I mean by this is one of the characters, he chokes on peanuts because he's allergic, or not chokes, he's allergic to peanuts. And so he accidentally eats peanuts at school, ends up dying before they can get to him or whatever. And so he's stuck there. And so Maddie's stuck there because, like I said, we already know that she got pushed out of her body. She thought she died. And so these characters kind of have more to do this season because they introduced the Scars, which is basically where they died. So, for example, this one character, he ends up going on this whole journey because he died on the football field. And so when he goes to his scar, it's kind of like scary, so you get some of those kind of horror themes a little bit, but nothing like, it's not scary like that. Like I said, it's more teeny bopper type scary. But you do have those up in there with my boy Wally, for example. And so you've got that going on. But I feel like my main complaint with this season is the adult characters and the... I guess I should say it like this. All the characters that are alive. I feel like a lot of them don't really have anything to do. Because the main boy character, Simon, that can see Peyton List's character, Maddie, and trying to help her find out stuff, he goes on like this whole grand adventure with these other friends, and they're trying to, like, you know, find Janet, find the body, whatever, and it's cool, right? And, you know, you always need somebody else, whatever, but I feel like, in particular, the two female characters were kind of weaker, and really didn't have anything to do. They kind of get into, one of the characters, her name is Claire. They kind of get into a lot of her background. I actually like how they're opening up her character, but I feel like it still wasn't enough for me, especially considering her character arcs in Season 1, for example, because she pretty much goes from, like, mean girl, piece of shit bitch, to now, hey, cool as hell, we're bros now, whatever. And so, you know, I was really excited to see where her character was going to go, but it's one of these things where I feel like, kind of like a lot of shows like this, or movies, where you have way too many characters, because like there was at certain points, especially like the last 2-3 episodes, where we're kind of wrapping everything up, almost kind of forgot about her character existing, even though she's going through her own stuff. And the other character, you know, like the other friend character, I feel like her main conviction is just to be mad about something. You know, she's still a non-believer, which granted everybody is, because only Simon can see Maddie, but it's one of those things where, like, at one point she finds out something that you know, she didn't know about, because she's talking to somebody online. She finds out the secret of who it is, and she literally gets mad at them. And at this point, I was just kind of like confused, because like I get her reaction of being mad inside, but I don't know why she attacked this person. And I just feel like her character was just kind of just, we got to make her pissed off. If you've watched All American, it's like the equivalent of what they did to Jordan, especially in the last couple seasons of that show. I'm not even know if I'm counting this current season its own. But before they got rid of Spencer and ended his story, Jordan in that show was pretty much like the quarterback who was like, you know, kind of at ease because you know, his dad was taking a liking to the Spencer character. And once they pretty much became bros, like, I get conflict happens, but like almost every week of that show, last couple seasons, he's like, oh, you didn't tell me you bought an Xbox? It would be something dumb like that. And like, he'd be mad at him the whole episode. And like, it was just the dumbest shit ever. And so I feel like that's kind of what this is. They're like, damn, we ain't really got nothing for her to do like that. You know, because she kind of friends with Claire now. And, you know, she's kind of friends and chill with everybody else. And it's like, we got everybody else kind of setting up stories for maybe like a season 3 or something like that. But it's like, gotta kind of make her mad. Like, that's what we'll make her do. And that was kind of weird. But those are all my minor complaints. When I say minor, that's minor. Music is on point. Sound design is on point. I love the locations, which are pretty much just at the school, but everything kind of has like that vibe to it. I don't know how to explain it until you watch it, but it just has like a vibe to it. I love all the ghost characters still. They're all great, amazing. Like Charlie, you know, Wally, like some of my favorites to name. We actually have a new ghost character that kind of gets introduced, 2 of them. And I really liked both of them for sure. You know, Rhonda's still a favorite too. She's there. And technically you can say Janet since she's possessing her body. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to say in this main review, the main point I want to kind of come across is that this is a really good show that I really, really hope gets renewed for season 3, because when I watched season 1, it was pretty much just because of Peyton List, because, you know, kind of grew up watching her own Jessie, didn't really know where her career was going, and I saw her in Cobra Kai, and I said, okay. I was like, all right, she's doing okay up in this as Tori. And then this show, I was like, wow, I love this show so much. It's got the mystery, it's got the intrigue, even like the cliffhanger they kind of end you with on season 2 is enough where it's like, okay, we've answered enough questions where if it ends, it's like, it's going to suck because there's a lot of shit going on. But at the same time, at least you've gotten season 1 and 2 problems resolved, but now we're making new problems. And I really love the mystery of this show. I love how there's no filler episodes. Every episode has a purpose. I like how now this season we get into backstories of some of the ghosts. And kind of see, you know, what led to their path, you know, maybe how they died, for example, for the few that we don't know. I really like the villain of this season, because in season 1 there's really not a villain, kind of. But this season they kind of introduce a villain, and if you know, you know, if you've seen season 1. But I really thought that their portrayal and character was amazing. And overall, I just, like, everything about this show I just love. Like I said, those other things I said at the beginning, that was just nitpicks. That's just me kind of getting those things off my chest, like some things that kind of just got on my nerves. But got on my nerves or not, that's one little small microscopical little bit of thing in like 1 or 2 episodes versus a whole hour episode where, you know, you're learning things about Janet, where you're learning things about another character. And I just was eating it up. I was loving it so much, especially like with her character, because her character is kind of like in a time period type of timepiece thing. And I really like how they did like the old house she lived in, stuff like that. And there's like a lot of details I was picking up on that I really loved. But yeah, definitely, if you have not seen it, go support this show for sure. I love this season, even more than season 1. Season 1, I gave a 9 out of 10. I'm giving this season a 9.5 out of 10. I feel like the farther we keep going on the show, I don't know what the plan is originally. I don't know if they're going 4 or 5 seasons, 3 seasons, something like that. But I could easily see this getting to like a full 10. Love this show so much. Definitely go out and support it. And I hope you guys like, subscribe for more. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Okay, I see where